One of the worst things a man can do is prepare a woman to open up and love you when you have no intention of loving her back. Too many black men are doing that, and we need to stop. And then we get in these relationships and we tell our women, you're not letting me lead. We tell our women, you're not submitting to us. She can't. You have to earn that. She should not until you earn that. For a black woman to drop her guard and give a black man an honest opportunity, Art, if he fails her, she's been re-traumatized again. Her pain body has been re-provoked again. Now she has to build up that armor again, and it's going to be 5 times harder for her to take that armor off when she meets the next man, and the next man might have been the right man, but because of your ass and what you did to her, you might have cost her her soulmate because of the trauma you brought to her. If you are who you say you are, why do you have trouble proving it before she gives in to you? Art, if you the man you say you is, submission is coming. If you the man you say you is, respect is coming. Why can't you give her enough time to learn who you are? And why can't you respect her enough and where she's coming from to ask that you prove it first? I see nothing wrong with that. And if you say, Doc, I've already proven it, 3 years into the relationship, I'm still going through this, then you're with the wrong woman. Move on.
And I don't always agree with Dr. Imran on a lot of things, but pretending to be somebody that you're not just to get some booty is diabolical, and it makes you a sick person. It makes you a person that people will refer to as a predator in some instances. And it makes people wonder, how many times have you used this pedigree? And in what format have you used this pedigree? Being a manipulative predator who uses coercion and lies, as well as, like I said, manipulation to get what you want. Because you are unable to be yourself. You furnish this fake representative of you because you don't even like who you are. You couldn't even look in the mirror at yourself before getting ready for that date to pretend the character that you were going to play to this woman that gave you a chance. And on many occasions, the woman that fell in love with you, not just loved you, fell in love with you and gave you a chance. So when I hear dirty diaper men talking out of their mouths, sounding like, well, you don't need to speak on somebody like a Tristan Thompson because you don't know nothing about him. He's a 4-time this, and his daddy is that, and all this other stuff. Well, none of that matters when your character is not there, when your integrity and the respect for your body and yourself isn't there. You can have all the wonders of the world, as we see with a lot of men that have been in power, and the mighty have fallen. when they're at the top. Nobody cares about a guaranteed Hall of Fame. Congratulations. But I mean, you just can't set out to be a person that wastes someone's time. And no, I don't think Meghan didn't say this man cheated. She said that he would basically use her as a punching bag, where he would have mood swings with her. And she should have never been with him. And when she asked him the question, which I wish she would have specified more on, was it in the middle or the end of the relationship that you asked him, what do you want this to be? And then he says that I'm not looking to settle down. Meghan felt strongly for Klay Thompson on many levels. She felt strong for him. And I think that Klay wanted Meghan Thee Stallion. He did not want Meghan Pete. He wanted Meghan Thee Stallion, and he didn't get that. He got different. And a lot of men always equate somebody's cosplay to who they think they are. Meanwhile, you want us to accept you and settle down with you as a rapper or somebody that's had misgivings in life, which is every reason why a woman shouldn't. And I was listening to the fact of when his dad tasted the food and said that she should have been a shelf. Not to look too much into it, but sometimes when people say things, you have to pay attention to it, because you can't tell me that his dad and that his mom was not okay with Meghan Thee Stallion. And in this event, they wasted both of their times. He wasted his time by getting involved with her and not setting the record straight that I want to be with Meghan Thee Stallion and not Meghan Pete. And if he told her that in the beginning, she wasted her time. But I don't feel like he did, or else they wouldn't have even moved in together. Like, it got too deep. I think she saw things and was feeling away, and right near the end of when she decided to ask him, that's when he was honest with her and told her, look, I'm not looking to settle down. And as we saw by his track record, he didn't let up off of that thought. But you know what? It'd be so cute seeing these boys and these guys that seem to hate women one way or the other. That's what it comes down to. They are either still mad about the girl that dumped them in middle school, high school, that they couldn't get, or the girl that got away and never looked back. And ever since then, it's caused them to be on this pathway journey of just disrespecting Black women. And that is just the weirdest thing to me.
What I think is weird, that y'all be very, very happy to see somebody's relationship fall apart. Now, you don't even know the person. You know them by way of social media. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're your home girl or something like that. And it really bothers me, because people like to see other people's demise. And I don't know why. Let me tell you about relationships, because I do it every day on Caught in the Act. When somebody finds out that their relationship, the way they thought it was, it is not, that is very painful for them to reconcile, to wrap their heads around, to really try to understand. Because at the end of the day, we're all looking for the same thing: to be loved, to be valued, to be seen, to be heard, to be appreciated by another person. And so when that falls apart, that hurts. That's not a laughing matter, but y'all will find a way to figure out how to key on it, child. You know, and it ain't like it's your homegirl, the one that slept with your man. Now, wish her relationship go to the depths of hell. I agree with you on that. But somebody that you don't know, don't be happy about things falling apart for them.
I agree with her wholeheartedly. Like, why are you celebrating that? It's the fact that they're mad about an ex that she's no longer with, and that is part of her past, not her present. And I told somebody that in the comment. They was trying to direct a video that was on Instagram floating around with her ex-boyfriend, which shall be unnamed in this video, that he had this song about her then, which is doesn't matter now. And they were so hung up on the fact that this is somebody that he used to be with, and they see it as some type of she deserved it for whatever reason. Meanwhile, they want us to forgive them for their transgressions when they have matters of these sorts. You can't bring up their past or what happened. They don't even want to talk about it. They'll say, that's why I left you, because you kept bringing up the past, and the past is the past. You know that good old word salad that they want to grease on you to make you quickly get over anything, misgivings, being or seeing or talking about or wasting your time. And it's one of their biggest and greatest contradictions in life. And it's kind of ridiculous. And because of this, Meghan has canceled her Broadway shows. So it has March the 24th through May 17th, and she will not perform on April the 19th or April 26th or May the 2nd or May 10th. So she is deeply hurt, and me hearing people say that she doesn't deserve to have time off because she's severely hurt, not only from him, but from people she don't even know that are on the internet seeking to be heard and seen and having a moment in somebody else's pain because they're still hurting from something in their past that they haven't learned to deal with. Meghan had done the healing work. She had been to counseling and therapy on everything that had happened in her past with her ex and the leprechaun. So whatever happened with her and the leprechaun, as far as getting into that domestic situation in California, you should never whip out a weapon and expect not to be charged as a criminal and treated like a criminal and sentenced like a criminal and deciding, oh, now you want to talk and tell the truth when it's too late. Where you and Meghan's ex-friend are pointing fingers back and forth at each other, don't nobody know nothing. So it's too late to go back on words and try to get back into the fold because only the pick-me men care about that, even though they're not even getting sponsored for none of this. I'm speaking out on this because I'm somebody that has experienced someone that has lied, manipulated, and used coercion, as well as, look this word up, stealth against me. Okay, so I'm well aware of all these things, and that's why I draw from this and can weigh in on my opinion. Some of these men have only anger because a woman chose to leave them that they could never get back because she saw the light and she was never going to let herself be hurt again by a man that wants to hurt her and waste her time. So why would you get mad at somebody that doesn't want to let you waste their time?
For the chat.
We're not kissing.
That's crazy.
I'm not doing that. I'll kiss the chat. I'll kiss the chat.
Kiss the
Julian,
chat.
where's the seasoning?
Hey, though.
Just like
She gonna be a bitch I leave, though.
There's seasoning.
Nah, I don't play with women. All that playing, I don't play with women, gang. I'm that nigga. I'm really him, bro. I don't care how beautiful a woman is, none of that, bro. I make my own millions. Don't nobody do a round for me. Don't nobody run a mile for me. None of that. I don't care about a beautiful woman. So if she want to go, let her go. Nigga, I'm rich already, gang. I'm me, bro. I built...
And that lies the problem. Very emotional, like reactionary because she didn't want to put her lips on his lips. No telling what she had seen to make her feel that way. But yet instead, he had a very negative reaction that caused him to speak the way he was speaking. I don't know, Adrian Broner, other than to surmise that he is a very upset man, and he might want to seek therapy also to correct whatever's going on in this situation, because it's looking mighty crazy.
What them people had to do in order to save money to buy a ticket to come see you on the May 15th show.
I understand why people feel some type of way about Megan Thee Stallion deciding to step away from the musical on Broadway because, tickets cost money. People plan for travel, they rearrange their schedules. I get all that. But I don't think people are thinking enough about what it's costing her. They're saying push through it, perform anyway. You got to smile through the pain. In this situation, I think Megan isn't just dealing with the loss of the relationship. She's dealing with layered grief. She lost her father at a young age. Then she lost her mother, her grandmother, her great grandmother, all within a short amount of time of each other, all while trying to navigate her way through school and build this career for herself. She got shot by somebody she trusted. Then she had to deal with people not believing her. On top of that, she lost a friend in the process. And you're adding in another emotional loss. It's not just about missing a show. It's what it costs the person to keep showing up when they're not mentally or emotionally okay. He talked about how the older celebrities would have just pushed through, but Jennifer Lewis openly talked about dealing with the sex addiction. Aretha Franklin, alcoholism. Shaka Khan, Mickey Howard, they both openly spoke on drugs and alcohol throughout the course of their career. Queen Latifah spoke on using alcohol and substances to cope after the loss of her brother. So yeah, they showed up, but they were suffering in silence, using substances to numb and breaking down privately. The lesson shouldn't always be to push through because self-preservation matters too. And I think this breakup hits differently because it wasn't the chaos that she was used to. We saw her in her soft girl era. We saw her be intentional. We saw her loving his family and them loving her back. They bought a house together. This is somebody that she saw a future with. She's not just grieving him, she's grieving the life that she thought she was building. And that kind of loss hits different than toxic situations that she was used to. Because when you're in a toxic situation, I think deep down, a part of you already knows that that situation isn't going to last. When you're in these situations, you got to ask yourself, if this person never changes, can I be with them for the rest of my life? And usually the answer is no. But when something feels healthy, when you can actually see a future with that person, losing that is a different type of grief. But I get it. The fans made sacrifices and she's making a sacrifice too. Stepping away at this level of visibility is going to cost her money, her reputation, and other opportunities are going to be on the line. But I think it was the best decision that she could have possibly made for herself. I think her real fans are going to understand and they're going to be there to support her in whatever her next moves are when she gets back.
Yes, and also certain men and women that have never truly loved will never understand how you can hurt like a somebody has passed away in your family, hurt like that to where you can't eat, you can't sleep, you can't think, you start neglecting yourself, you start not caring about yourself, you start not caring about things and people around you, and you have to be pulled out of that because you can hurt yourself, and that's what people are not getting either. I understand what Funky Dineva was saying, but he can't understand fully what that feels like until he's felt it. Then you just can't tell nobody to get up on stage and do something that is causing them extreme emotion to where they could like still in the middle of performing break down and still have to cancel the show. So it really wouldn't matter. She still would have had to cancel if she would have went up there and tried to do something. And before she could get even 2 minutes, 5 minutes in, because everybody's applauding her, she can't. It's love that she's feeling that's causing her to react out because she didn't feel it where she wanted to feel it. How do I know that? Let me tell you what happened to me. I remember when I was getting off work one night and how I found out my ex cheated on me, even though Klay didn't cheat. How I found out about my ex, what he did to me and how he wasted my time was another woman called me. But before her message came up, his message was first. With him saying, don't answer the phone. Whatever you do, don't answer the phone and don't listen to your message, is what he said. So I'm thinking, why wouldn't I listen to my phone or answer my phone? Like, what is it gonna do? Detonate in my hand? And so the next message is this woman telling me, giving me a rundown of how they were together and they had a child, not one, but two that I didn't know of. I knew of a daughter from a separate situation, but I didn't know of a new person that had her two kids with him also that he was with. And so I was supposed to be going to get together with my friends because I was a part of a wedding that was happening the coming weekend, and I had to swallow all that emotion and go meet up with my friends and literally act like my heart didn't just get pulled out of my chest. And my breathing was, I don't even think I was breathing. I think I let another personality take over because I was not me that night. Once I got that phone call, and once it was revealed to me about him, because me and the lady didn't talk. She left me a voicemail. So I only heard what was going on. We didn't talk till the following day. And so, but that night, I had to meet up with my friends and we were all getting together because, like I say, we were arranging for practicing for a wedding that was coming up that we were a part of. And I don't even know how I did it, y'all. Because only reason why I could adjust in that situation and Megan cannot adjust in that situation was because my friend group did not know to react, to cause me to react emotionally and outburst. Megan, if she goes to the show, those people know, which means they are going to react in a way that she's not ready for. Going through heartbreak is like going through the 7 stages of when somebody passes. And you go, I don't know why people don't understand this. I learned this a long time ago. There are 7 stages. And the thing about me is as long as people don't know, I can hide it and choose to be how I am manipulated or choose to be how I want to be so that they can't, I don't want them to see me hurt or crying about a situation that I feel like they can't help me through, but I needed help. I did need help. I needed support, but I denied myself that. And I had to get therapy just for that. Understand, why would I deny myself my circle of friends coming together around me to get me through this? And I had to understand that it had to do with something that happened in my childhood. So Megan would have not been ready. And even if she would have showed up, she would have still had to cancel because she needs time to grieve. Grieve the relationship. Like people say that have even been in marriages. When they divorce, it felt like a passing of somebody. It's deep. It's deep. And until you understand that, you really can't tell nobody how to react. You really can't tell people how to show up if you haven't been forced to have to show up like that. And another question I have is, why do men lie to get ass? Let me tell you about something that you may not ever thought about. Do y'all remember when we watched Fresh Prince and how Will Smith, he married her just to sleep with her? Do y'all remember that? You would think that even by me watching that, but it doesn't stick because you have years of fairy tales and hocus pocuses that you miss it because you give people chances because that's what men cry and bitch about all the time. You don't give us a chance. You don't give us a chance to be heard. Y'all don't never give us a chance to speak. And then when we do, they still lie. And then they take away your choice in the dating phase by, like I say, lying about who they are to you by pretending to be somebody that they not because they ask you the 27 questions about what kind of man do you like, what do you like for him to do, where, what look like, say to you. And then they present this fantasy guy that they are not or far removed from. And this is what they lay out for you. Why not be honest in the beginning? Because they don't want to give you the choice. They act like they scared of getting their feelings hurt. If they honest with you in the beginning, do you realize? But and you know what it is? Because they want the opportunity to either one, be cheap with you and not have to spend on you if they have to pay to be with you, or spend time with you that they know might be costly. Ain't no paying to be with you. Spending time with you that they know that might be costly to them. They rather than I'm gonna be in a relationship with her, make her like be understanding to, I'm able to be with you and you should be glad that I'm able to be with you and take you out and do all this stuff when they get ready, basically, really, and just sugarcoat the whole thing. And that's even dumb because you put yourself in a bigger hole because now you got somebody that actually loves you and want to be with you, but you run this game of making her believe that you want to be with her because you feel the way you feel about relationships. You don't want to have to be with somebody that chooses to be with you when they get ready, but when you get ready. And then you manipulate it how you want it to go. Why aren't you with somebody where you could be honest with them in the beginning and then y'all both get what you want? Just casual hookups. I just never understood that. And then on top of that, the most single man is a married man who also is like stinking up the dating pool, who comes in and, for sure will waste your time, will for sure be a fake representative because he's somebody's husband and dad, will for sure act like he loves you. And then when he's caught, try to hurt your feelings and your hurt by telling him, well, I'm married and this, that, and the other, and shutting the door in your face. I just feel like, why would a good woman want to date or even husband a rapper if they talking about wifing up somebody like a Meg Thee Stallion? And quietly as is kept, they are also waiting on Sierra's relationship to fail too, so they can try to take her down too. So let's be clear on that. These men out here are very petty boots, very messy, very, very sassy coded about it. They want everybody to hurt because they're hurting. And Red Pill didn't need to be red. They didn't need to brainwash some of these black men that are already boy interrupted. Because men, they already hate women. They have always hated them. And so I felt this is why, and this is the way, just one of the ways that many of them keep exposing themselves. Because every time something happens to a black woman, they jump on it. And they keep on teaching the man that they say they claim to be so they hate or the man that the system that they claim to be trapped up in, but you keep teaching the system how to treat the black community as a whole by always showing him that we do not support our black women. Meg was intentional. She loved Klay. They bought a home together. And she was brought around his family. But men have let us know to not take them serious at all. Even if you bring them around your family, especially if they meet your kids, you can forget about it. And really, you shouldn't be meeting his kids anyway until you're practically engaged, if you ask me. Because I have a child and I'm not letting no man meet my child until we're engaged. That's period. You're not meeting my child in the dating phase at all. He don't need to see you for you to waste two people's time. Because once I see it in the beginning, I'm out. Because like I said before, I feel like men only need one chance because that's the only chance they're going to give you. You have to treat them the way they treat you. And that's just the truth. It's good to know. They also will read you, girl, they will read you on Klay, honey. They let us know they know his stats and girl, he's a this and a that and a woo. And I'm like, okay, that's good to know that you know a whole portfolio of this man. I mean, that's cute and all. But while you knowing him, have you studied yourself or do you even know your own woman that way? Like, yeah, I mean, you so gassed up on the fact that you know all about this man. You sound like you one of the groupies, girl. Like, girl, don't be talking about him. I know it was a guy in the comments like, don't you talk about him. He's a 4-time this, that, and the other. And I was like, honestly, I'm still a Golden State Warriors fan, and I remember Klay Thompson, but I know of for sure Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and I don't know the man, the other guy, Ugliano, whatever his name is, like, but still, I'm aware, and I'm aware that Kerr that played with the Bulls was the coach. So even with him playing on the Golden State Warriors, I still didn't pay no mind to Thompson because I was such a Steph Curry fan. Sorry. So you got a girl here that actually knows a little sports. Hey. And so I'm going to show you a couple more uploads. This is a mess.
To immediately shut his face. Listen to this. He said that Klay Thompson didn't need Megan Thee Stallion because he's light-skinned with good hair. He said he didn't need Megan. If you're 6'7" and you're light-skinned with good hair, you could have anybody. I think we all know that. Ladies, tell the truth. A guy in the hood could be 6 feet or tall, light-skinned and good hair, and he's going to have his pick of the litter wherever he goes. Now, this reeks of just various things, right? Like colorism to begin with, right? It falls into that age-old trope of like light-skinned black people are better and can have more than dark-skinned black people. I know I sound woke, but let's just take away this man's podcast mic ASAP, please. We don't need anything else from him after this statement.
And I swear, y'all, when you listen to him talk, he talks so slow. I don't even see how people could sit through his podcast between him and Cameron. Who listening to them is a gag. Like, I could not sit in any room with them and hear them talk and not want to just jump off of building. I'm gonna let you hear it.
Just go back and watch that video. Yeah, the whole Mace thing, I forgot all about Mace, but I want the black women to understand me this. I don't want to bust your bubbles, but the majority of black men hate black women, and I need y'all to understand that. And like, we all knew that a lot of these black men were always waiting for Meg Thee Stallion to go through this because they're still salty about that other dude They thought that she said him. What the fuck was it? Kodak Black? What the hell was that dude name? Okay, but anyway, I forgot his name, but they was mad about that, right? Because they was like, oh, she got him, and oh, she did it. Like, they hate that type of shit. But when I tell you that black men do this, they want to see black women fail no matter what. Like, I promise you, a lot of them are still waiting for Sierra and Sierra and what you call it to break up, right? I know his name, but they want him to her break. They want her. They want them to break up so bad, like, I don't know, leave her or cheat on. They waiting for Sierra and Russell to break up, right? They waiting for that. Because black men, one thing they hate about black women is that, mind you, what pisses them off the most is that black women and black men went through the same thing in this country, right? The same systems, even worse because we are women, right? The fact that black women can find a way to use the system that y'all say that's bringing y'all down, black men, right? And we can still rise above all of it. Even the culture that you black men have created when it comes to rap culture, when it comes to hip hop culture, you know, all this stuff that y'all created and black women doing better. Because mind you, Meg Thee Stallion, like, she's not just a rapper. She went to school to be a lawyer. Like, she's doing everything that she had to do. Mind you, still don't even know who Klay Thompson is. I just know that was her boyfriend. I just remember one post that they made that she made him Thanksgiving dinner, right? When it comes to celebrities, like, it is what it is. People are still shocked that Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Like, at the end of the day, black men are still men at the same day. And when they look at black women and they notice that black women can possibly beat them in every aspect and everything, they don't like that, because in history they have never seen women this close to a man when it comes to everything. Black women have outshined black men, and black men do not like it. So you mean to tell me that Mace said that he didn't need Meg The Stallion. He's light skinned with good hair. A black man literally said that. Like Mace grew up in hip hop culture. And I think at the moment, like, it just bothers me that these black men who would sit there and say to black women, like, oh, you wearing blonde wigs and all this, not understanding that blonde is basically a genetic. It does not belong to just one race of people, but the majority of people who have blonde hair, majority are white T women. But the fact that he called this man's hair good hair, so he basically looks at his hair as bad hair. Like, y'all black men are embarrassing. And I'm not gonna lie, some of you pandering pick-me's who, you know, that like ride with black men and bring the black community back together, y'all are jokes. Because every time, I don't know how many times black women need to see that black men, the majority of them, do not like you. They want to see black women fail, because I want y'all to understand that when 500,000 black women lost their jobs, black men were cheering for it. When because they automatically consider that black women all have welfare. When the government shut down, it was like, oh yeah, they're gonna need us now. Oh, they're gonna come back and they're gonna give us that $40. That black men live to see black women fail. Because when it comes to black men, because they're still men, how dare black women do better than we? We're supposed to come first. That's why they always making up this lie talking about oh yeah, black women left the black men for welfare and all that other stuff. And we have to explain to them that's not true. That you can't kick a black man out of his own house. He was not married. When we bring that up to them, they're like, well, so what? But you did it. You did this. And then you got black men talking about ABs. And like, they was like, black women had this, you know, so many ABs. And then they took out, you know, they're so dangerous. Mind you, most of the time that those women got ABs, the black man was actually paying for it, right? So then you got black men mad about that. Then you got black men mad about single mothers. So it's either you want black women to have ABs or be single mothers. And y'all don't know what the fuck y'all want, right? Not even just that, right? So I'm like, and then not even on like, so basically she's a single mother and she's this and we're raising the kids, right? But meanwhile, y'all billions of dollars in back child support as black men in this country. So every time a black woman fails, a black men, they're so happy about it. They don't want to see black women succeed. That's the reason why they spend most of their time trying to compare us to other women in the, in the world, and how they're submissive and how they ride for their man, they're pissed. Because black women, the majority of us, hopefully know not to. Because I'm trying to figure out when men and women got together, how did it benefit women? Because it didn't. So Mace saying this is kind of surprising because we kind of forgot about him in the 90s and his best friend, you know, jail. Didn't Mace become a pastor? And this man talking about some dude with good hair. The amount of disappointment that a lot of black men in our community are, this is not surprising. Once I heard that Klay dude cheated on Meghan, I knew this is going to happen. You black men never failed to shock me. You don't. I just wish that a lot of you women should start practicing swallowing, because you're literally birthing the men that would hate your fucking guts. And yet we're still over here talking about the black community, the nuclear family, black back together. But like I said earlier, please go back and watch her video. But I need you black women to wake up.
They'll say that be the first ones to speak up about the community, but they're the same ones that disrespect the black women in their community the most, unalive the women in their community the most, and teach other people to disrespect and how to hurt really each other in that same community the most. So they are beginning to be a problem to even be around. Sad but true. All right, let me show you this video with Cameron and Mace. Unfortunately, it's gonna be real slow because they talk kind of slow.
It's public. It started with Moneybag Yo, right? Then Tory Lanez. I'm looking at a list here. A rapper, Party Fontaines. Then you got, I don't know, Romeo Lemieux. Well, I'm saying his name wrong. He's with a soccer player. And Tory Craig.
You know, it's cute to see the boys getting together to gossip about the girls. And they know so much about Cameron, and it's amazing how much they will dig up on you too, girly. I mean, they are together with the notes, all these names. Some of them she really didn't even sleep with. So they are embellishing on some references. Yet I have not seen these same men's MyCharts and your booty count. What about your count? What about your body count? And your MyCharts? I'm still waiting on that. So cute. So cute. I mean, he's just up here reading. I want to see this one. And oh my goodness. Let me put this back on the screen so y'all can finish.
Bulls. Klay Thompson. Look.
And he was supposed to marry her? No, he wasn't supposed to marry her.
Okay,
That's the list.
wait. No, because I said, why he crack his neck like.
And the fact that Mace would get his slow talking ass, used to be wannabe pastor having, and spurred out that he didn't need her because he had good hair. Because you don't matter, right? That you have to deride on a mixed man. That matters. Like that's gonna get you tickets to the game. Is that what you're looking for, groupie? The fact that you would say she did. So his good hair is going to carry him through life. Oh, okay. He didn't need a woman trying for him because his good hair going to get him through life. Oh, okay.
Like that, but that's not, bruh. No, Mace did, but now the question. I know you're not done with your take because I don't want to cut you off. When you read the list and he's saying no, like if everybody's list was plastered, what do you mean? Like,
no, that list goes like this. That list goes like this.
Can I finish what I have to say?
Go ahead, Cam. No, you're correct. You were.
And they talking like they actually know who she slept with, like they was there. That's the crazy part. If somebody is lying on you, you got to do what you got to do to put that fire out. Because what I'm not going to do is let a man, two gossiping men, up here acting like two cheerleaders reading in the diary, like Klay's ex did with him by posting his little diary with the scribble scrabble on it, chicken scratch writing. I'm not going to let no man get on here and lie on me and think you're going to get away with it. Oh, that's going to cost you. Yeah, it's going to cost you.
Talking, you're right.
Yeah. The whole thing about it is this, right? You're saying stat. What if everybody's list is plastered? That's the thing. Everybody's list is not plastered. So when you put up information public and people have opinion of what's going on because it's public.
First of all, Megan didn't post about all those men that y'all posting about with some woman spread out on a couch and somebody decided to draw up and name men, half of which she probably wasn't even with, and then you make up a story and say that that's who she was with. If she wasn't, then you deserve to be handled legally on legal grounds if it is untrue and if it causes emotional distress to her. Oh, yes. Get in the bag.
You can't get mad at people being opinionated because you have a public relationship.
You're not being opinionated. You actually don't make no sense. You reading a list of men that you think she slept with is not an opinion. It's an accusation.
I said this. I'm not sure if y'all wasn't here or where I said it. I said I would never do another public relationship because they always go with the girl, whether you're right or wrong and different anything else.
So have a relationship with a boy. Because what? A girl or a woman?
Matter of fact, Mace was on because Mace said, I forget who he's talking about, but he's like, yeah, if so and so cheat, they be like the girl. If a girl cheat on a guy, another girl be like, well, what he do to make her do that? He may not have did nothing. He may not have did nothing. So when you sit there and be like, oh, I listen.
Actually, the girls don't say that. That's what you boys say. That I see a whole lot. What did she do to make him do that? What did she do to make him hit her? Well, what did she do to make him unalive her? That's what you all do, and your pick-me followers do. That's who you talking about. Your pick-me's.
Is it our fault nobody sitting around digging, looking for Party Fontaine and the soccer player and the Chicago Bulls dude and everybody else? And I'm just saying, I'm not saying Megan's right or wrong or anything else. I'll take it past this. One of the best, and I'm not even putting Meg Thee Stallion in the same category. I'm telling you this somewhere totally.
Oh, so glad he's done. Let me show you something about him and how he operates.
Influencer. He's an influencer. Why? Because niggas want to see the crack of her ass every time they get a minute to go on Instagram and like the picture. That makes her an influencer. Or somebody's funny. I get that because you want to laugh, so on and so forth. And people are attracted to laughing and comedy and so on and so forth. But does that influence you to want to be a comedian?
Yeah, these are the influencers that you follow up behind because you love the preferences, like your friend Mace that just got through saying somebody could escape through life with good hair, good skin. And also you put these influencers in your videos and you sleep with them and you make them your baby mama. So everything you just said is irrelevant. But go on, gum mouth.
To me, that's what influence does. When you want, Mace started saying it before he got back to sports. Yeah. A prototype for something to where you want to be like what that person is doing. To me, that's what an influencer is. And when I hear niggas be like, y'all the influencers, they ain't because you got the followers. That don't make you an influencer, yo. It don't.
Sound like you mad because she has followers and she has people that follow her. So it does make her an influence. Just like at one time when you were a rapper, you were trying to influence the culture by being demeaning towards women, by disrespecting their bodies and displaying them in your videos. You was being demeaning towards a certain wrestler that snatched you up from behind the stage. I wish I had that video, but I ain't gonna do it like that.
Who the fuck you influence? Nobody. You ain't make nobody want to do nothing but want to hit it. That's it. They just want to hit it. But besides that, how'd you influence them? I'm not saying that's for everybody, because it is motivational people out there and people that you be like, yo, I want to be like this person, or this person is motivational. No, man, not everybody that's labeled an influencer influences you. I think they need to come up with another word for it, to be totally honest with you.
I wouldn't even want to know what he thinks what the net word should be. Moving on.
No, for real. What was she expecting? She get with Klay Thompson. What was supposed to happen? You tell me from Black Girl Magic. What was supposed to happen?
What was the expectation?
Yeah.
From what I've seen, I thought they were finna get married.
Why?
That's what it looked like from what I've seen from the outside looking in.
What make you say they was gonna get married?
And this is the part where they take, well, man like this will teach you how certain men like this think and how you can't take them serious in a relationship or take them at their word, because what they're doing is stripping away their own credibility to be believed or trusted as a man. And you ruin submission. No woman's going to want to submit to you when you tell her you can't take me serious because I'm going to waste your time.
I mean, Klay's at that point in his life where it looks like he's ready to settle down. You know, he's with the Mavs, not playing as good as he was. The public posts, he never posts public relationships from what I've seen. I've seen posts from her previous relationships, but they were then like the Thanksgiving, like a lot of things. Yes.
All right. Not towards Megan, but just the question. Does settle down mean settle?
Oh my.
No.
So what does settle down have to do with
settle down means what does it have to do with it? That's what you're asking.
Yeah.
To me, settle down means we're gonna choose each other. And
settle down means stop the game, stop the lies, which really you should have did that in the beginning in the dating phase when I asked you what you wanted this to be. And are you taking me serious right now as the person you want to be with while we're dating and going to another level and we done moved in with each other? Settle down means putting aside the foolish stuff, the boy games, that now that we're living together, that means you need to man up. I hope he don't have no daughters, because what kind of advice do y'all give y'all daughters? To be the fool too?
And stop talking to other people. That's what I would think.
Oh, okay. I deal with Megan Thee Stallion. I think her reputation precedes her, and because her reputation precedes her, when things go a certain way, you don't get the good fortune of it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling your daughters that if that guy wants to settle down with you, then what are you expecting him to do? I mean, I wasted your mama time, so what are you expecting him to do? He's not going to take you serious. Is that what we're doing? And I'm going to get on you pick me women in a minute, because I got a song for you that you have sung all through the millennials for girls to follow up behind. You remember her? Betty Wright? Lord have mercy. Is we ready? You remember No Pain, No Gain? The girlies I hated the blues, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I hated it. After the Pain. Remember that song the girls, the aunties used to sing around us, and the older women? That just would drive me crazy, because I couldn't understand why is we singing like why is these sad songs? Why am I being subjected to this? Well, let's go over the lyrics to No Pain, No Gain. Well, here's starting from the beginning. Well, I couldn't resist the urge to tell you the end of my story for all of those who wanted to know, was their life after pain. After the pain, you come and love me, and I welcome you. You're a glad sight to see. And after the rain and all that I have been through, I still can't explain how I can still love you like I do, but I do. Yes, I do. Still love you like I do after the pain. Of course, I understand that, because we do still, after the pain, you do still have love for them, and you have to get that out now that it's been manipulated into you. But it goes on to say, though you still do me like you do, which means she's staying there for the pain. Pick me music. After the pain, we sit and we talk a while, and I fight with all my might to hold back the tears from falling with a pleasant smile. And after the rain, I can't believe you got the nerve to still call me baby. And I try to tell you, no, it ain't so, but I guess no, just it ain't in me. Cause boy, I still love you like I do after the pain, though you still do me like you do after the pain. That means they fight on and off periodically after the pain, and though he still does her like he does, she still stays. Yeah, I know you're laughing. Those of you who heard pain, you're right. I sure did. I said I'd never take him back again. Well, it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind, isn't it? But we do it all the time. Don't laugh. You probably done the same thing too. It's just that you know me and I don't know you. You know one thing time has taught me, that having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. Classic line. And that's why this pick me music and hearing that line and singing that line around young girls can mess up their mind, mess up their head and their mentality in a very crazy, a drastic way. Not even crazy, drastic way. So I'm saying the rest of it. So I'm gonna just take what I got and work with it. You understand what I mean? And don't you remember thinking back just a few years when people used to try to help you stay together? Lord, people are helping you stay together. See, that's them people telling you to stay in something that you should have long left. They find out you're on the verge of breaking up. They used to cook up a little food and throw a little party and whisper things in your ear like, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man and he's doing the best he can. I heard him say, and it repeats, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie's just a man and he's doing the best he can. That's why I still love you like I do. And it goes on and on after the pain. He's doing the best he can. That's why I still love you and blah. And I know that you know it's true. After all I've been through, I should have been through with the love. But there's a God up above that keeps saying, better try. God is not going to bring nothing into your life that's going to keep having you try and hurt and pain. And it says, don't give up. You know why? The sun is going to shine because you are mine, all mine. You just keep doing your best and I will do the rest because I still love you. Love you, Betty, like I do. And that's a problem. That's a problem. The lyrics alone can set you up for failure. And yeah, you will definitely be in a whole lot of world of hurt and pain. If a lot of women wouldn't have been listening to music like this, and oh no, let's not forget Superwoman by Karen White, waste their time staying for kids. And here we are today. So we can sit here and blame Klay, but we have a problem with also certain groups of women that make it toxic too. And we have to pay attention to everybody and what they say. You can't use God in a situation because God is not going to send somebody into your life to hurt you. And he's not going to tell you to keep working through something that is hurting you and that is detrimental to your mental and emotional health. He's not going to do that. But for you to blame him and not believe in him, he's not going to do that to you. And I refuse to believe that. And so in ending this video, I'm going to play something that Lexi Brown had to say after the fact, after she denied the rumors that she debunked about a day or two ago that she was not sleeping with this man, and she wants Meg and Klay to clear her name.
They do know each other because we both play professional basketball. I would have considered him a friend. I do not know Meg The Stallion at all. You know, today, like I'm still the only person that has denied this entire situation of my involvement and claim that this is 100% false. And the fact that I'm still the only one that is defending my name, I have no idea how to process that. And that's the last thing that I'm like struggling to process, is that there's this massive outcry for protecting Black women, and nobody has mentioned Lexi Brown's name in any of those conversations. I wouldn't have minded if either one of them came out and said it, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are in the relationship. They're the ones that are dealing with this, and they're the ones who are communicating with each other. So one of them, if not both of them, know that it was not me. It could come from one of their teams. It could come from somewhere. The truth is over there somewhere. And I was expecting it to reveal itself from that side of it, the side that actually has the issue, because again, I have no idea what is going on. I have no involvement. I've had no communication at all whatsoever.
Before we get started, this is a fair use disclaimer. This is a copyright disclaimer under the Section 107 under the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use and is used for entertainment purposes, criticisms, comment, news reporting, teachings, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that may otherwise be infringing. All opinions are those expressed by the cited sources, and they are those by the persons in the video speaking, and they are just not my own. Okay? Let's carry on.
During their relationship. So for them to just allow me to get dragged, for a lot of people to allow me to get dragged through the mud for, I don't know, it seems like 4 days now, knowing 100% what was being said was false, that surely somebody would step in and say, no, this is a lie. Please point your fingers somewhere else, or don't point them at all, but don't point them at Lexi. And by the time the game was over, it had not happened. And, you know, I said, you know what? I'll give it a little bit more time. Surely somebody that knows the truth, and that is almost everybody involved, knows that I was not involved in this situation at all, would surely step in and say something. And it didn't happen. I was getting threats on my life. I was getting threats on my health. My family started getting comments and threats from people. I've had to hire security to travel with me places. So it got to a point where I just was scared for myself.
And that's what she had to say. And y'all leave Lexi Brown alone, because I believe her. She's on here defending herself. You can tell she's tired. She's sleepy. Not sleepy. She hasn't slept. I'm sorry, Lexi. She hasn't slept. And this is messing with her also emotionally and mentally. So sometimes people get caught in the middle of this, and then they suffer based off somebody's lies and wasting of time. He could have came out and said something. Hey guys, no one is you. That has always been your power, and that will always be your power. Don't let no one waste your time. Don't let nobody tell you that you aren't worth it. Don't let people manipulate, lie their way into your life, coerce you. Make sure you are whole before you even enter these relationships anymore. Because if you don't know yourself or love yourself before you get into something, then people will create a part of you that is not yourself. Make a persona of you that is not you. Lie and manipulate. And make you feel like you're somebody that you're not, or make you think you're somebody that you're not. Before you get in a relationship, even if make sure you have been in therapy. You could even go through it if you have to. Go through the therapy while you're during the dating phase, so somebody can coach you through it. But do not let anybody waste your time anymore. Don't let nobody lie to sleep with you. And I know it's hard because you have wolves in sheep clothing. I know. But that is why you will hold out on intimacy for as long as it takes, even if it's a year at this point. Because we are learning that married men are the most single ones. And so if you wait them out, the mask will definitely before long come off. And make sure you know where they stay. Because if he's married, you definitely ain't gonna be able to come to the house. So you'll get him out the way sooner than later. Don't let them waste your time. And with that being said, guys, I want you all to have a lovely, blessed day. And I will return with another one as soon as I can. And I will see you guys soon, okay? Bye.